Hey viewers, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Metroid. When we last left off, we got some bombs from that Chizo statue, and now we're going to be continuing on. We're going to, this is Criteria, right now, so we're going to be continuing on and going in Brinstar. Brinstar appeared in the first game. It was like the main area. But you're kind of going into a different part of Criteria. I mean, Brinstar in this one. So, alright. So now we have bombs, you see. They're very useful. You can, you got to do it when you're rolled down, of course. But they blow up some blocks that you couldn't otherwise. And, yeah. Okay, so let's go down. There's a missile pack right here. I'm going to go ahead and get. I mean, you can get it later, but, you know. I like this area too. I don't know, it's cool. It's nice and ominous. I mean, it doesn't really, there's not really even any enemies in here, but it just looks like, it's pretty cool. So, there's going to be two of my second Let's Play of this up for very briefly, because I edited the original one, because the video ended up running a little too long, and after the sound had stopped recording, and I really, it's just like 3 minutes of Samus just stand in one place because I forgot to cut out the video. So I thought I had stopped it, but I actually didn't. I don't think there is a stop recording option on this emulator, at least not the Mac version. So you just gotta click on it and exit out of it if you wanted to stop. So what I mean, if the one I changed works, then we'll do that, and it'll be better. I also changed the sound settings so you can hear a little bit of the game too. So if that works, then I'll take down the other one, and you know, if it doesn't, then I'll just keep that one up. And, it'll just be a weird video that had like 3 minutes. And you could just end it. You know, once I stop talking, you can just go to the next one, or exit out of it. Because there's nothing. Once I stop talking, there's absolutely nothing that happens. Okay, so we're going through this area and we get our first energy tank. You get a lot of energy tanks in this one. In the first game, you only get like 6. That's actually like the maximum, because there's like maybe 7 or 8 total energy tanks that you can get, but you only can hold 6. These are updated space pirates. They don't die as easily as the other ones, so you gotta use missiles. And just one missile takes them out. They usually drop missiles too, so you don't. Fortunately, a lot of the enemies drop, you know, things that you need. Well, actually, pretty much all enemies drop what you need. You know, it's just a matter of like, you know, like if you have full health, they won't drop health. You know, if you have full missiles, they won't drop missiles. So it's pretty forgiving in that regard, or helpful in that regard. So this is we're going down to Brinstar now. And it's been totally overrun by plants, as you'll see. You know, it's got vines and everything, and it always seems to happen in games, especially sci-fi games. There's one area that just is dominated by plants. You know, it's like, I mean, I don't know. Plants aren't that threatening to me. I've never been that kind of guy that's like, you know, like in Resident Evil, they have plant monsters, and they're actually really annoying and kind of difficult. They're not really scary. It's like, a plant, really? You know, I'm sorry. It's not scary. You know, I do hate vegetables. The thought of eating a vegetable is scary, but the thought of a plant attacking you is just ridiculous. They'll attack you with terrible taste, but not physically attack you. You know, because the only moving plant in the world, I think, I mean, moving in terms of, you know, fast moving, but they don't really move all that fast, is the Venus flytrap. They only have that one move. They can clamp shut and get a fly or whatever they like. But you know, that's not. That's like basically that's extrapolated, you know, into these. I mean, with this boss coming up, you know, it's this big, giant moving plant that can attack you and has spores and stuff. And it's like I just don't see that happening from an evolutionary standpoint, because once you start moving inside, it's like you're an animal. You know? I don't think people. You know, the whole point of a plant is that it doesn't do shit like that. You know, if it does, then what's the point? Call it an animal. I don't know. I mean, plants are pretty successful at what they do without, I mean, plants move in terms of like how they grow and stuff, but they don't. You can't like, move rapidly or anything. But anyway, I mean, they've been around for so long, and they've been pretty similar in what they do, and so I don't see any rationale for them evolving into the ability to move, or even how that would happen because of the way they're biologically constructed. They don't have muscles. But so this is the most boring boss in the game. Not really a boss, a mini boss, and he's just one of those waiting game bosses, which I don't know. I have mixed feelings about. Occasionally it's fun, but yeah, like there's stuff to do while you're waiting for a boss to expose its weakness, and that's one thing. But if it's just like it's literally waiting, I mean, the only thing that comes down here is these little spores. And I think what I usually do is I get over in this corner where I don't think the spores get you, but it doesn't really matter because they don't hurt enough to really, warrant, extreme maneuvers. So it's just you just gotta wait. And I guess it kind of is like a Venus flytrap when you think about it, but it can move rapidly. And I don't know why it exposes its weakness because it doesn't have an attack when it does that. It seems like if it was going to expose its weakness, it would do so to attack, not to just like here. This is how you kill me, but maybe it needs to breathe like that, because plants don't really breathe like that. But maybe this moving plant has to, so it's like a trade-off or something. But yeah, it's I mean this is it's a great game, but it's pretty standard in the stages. You got the plant stage, you got the water stage. They're not like they're areas. This doesn't have like stages like an action like an action game, but like something like Sonic or something. It's exploration. So, and I love exploration games. That's probably my favorite part of a game. Just in general is exploring. I like fighting, but at the same time, like if games like they just have like battle after battle, not so much. I mean, that was the thing about Prince of Persia. Like the platforming stuff was fun, but the battle, like that's the thing. Like battling is fun if you have a good system. But if it's a crappy system, crappy battling system, then I never played any of the other Prince of Persias because that one just kind of turned me up. Like I said, the platforming and the exploring was fun, but the battle system was just annoying. But I like the ending of that. This got a good ending. Come on, dude. Oh, okay, one more time. Okay, we're up to 8 minutes, so probably able to beat this boss and maybe the super missiles. And we'll call it a day. Probably do another one today. At some point, try to upload this one. Who knows? Oh, come on. This thing, I swear to God. This is what's annoying about it. Usually I'm a little better and I get like 2 missiles off at a time, but I'm not really, it's like when you're talking and doing commentary, you're not like, you don't have a singular focus on the game. But that's the point of doing Let's Plays, is to keep commentating. That's what makes it fun. I mean, this is fun for me, just like, even though I may not be showing off my, optimal skills, it's still fun, commenting about the game and stuff, and going back in YouTube and like listening to yourself. Well, let's see, 9 minutes. We'll keep going a little bit. Yeah, I mean, we should get this. We haven't really gotten any. We got 1 missile pack this time. And, oh, here, there we here. Here we go. I think we'll stop it here. We're at like 9:30, so that's pretty good. I like this Nintendo Capri Sun, which is one of my. I was subscribed to him. He's a cool Let's Player. Always ended with her and the ball. I thought that was like kind of a nice like personal touch. Anyway, we won't copy him, so but we will just kind of end here. Samus will be reflecting upon her chosen ancestors. So, okay, all right, see ya.